Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Hello students, we are doing chapter Genetic Engineering and Genomics. In that we are doing topic insulin. Now we all have seen people taking insulin injections before eating. Certain people who have diabetes they take insulin injection. Yes, we are going to study about that insulin, what is its function and how it is made today. Hello students, we are doing chapter Genetic Engineering and Genomics. In that we are doing part insulin. We all have seen people taking insulin injections, or people who are diabetic precisely, they take insulin injections before eating. And we all have noticed that whenever they eat food, they take that insulin injections. It could be a child or a 80 years old man. Whoever has this diabetes condition, take insulin injection. So today in this part we will be studying about insulin. Now what is this insulin? How does it function? And if it is not present inside your body, what is going to happen? Insulin. Insulin is basically a hormone. When I say hormone, it means you can say it is an enzyme that is made up of inner body. And this hormone or enzyme helps us to carry out certain reactions in our body. That is, it helps us to break down food or to convert food in glucose. Now, how does insulin function? Insulin is released by beta cells of the pancreas. Pancreas is an organ near stomach, and beta cells of pancreas remove insulin hormone, or you can say enzymes. Once insulin hormone or enzyme is released, you will be eating food in day. It could comprise of rice, dal, chapati, whatever is there in your food platter. Once you eat that food, food undergoes digestion process through various stages, from your mouth to your buccal cavity, then it goes inside your stomach, digestion happens, and finally food is converted into glucose. So from food then comes digestion and then comes glucose. Now glucose is a form of simple sugar. Correct. C6H12O6, glucose, the one you get in Glucon-D packets. This same glucose is formed inside our body. So you have eaten food, digestion has happened, glucose is formed or simple sugar is formed. Now this simple sugar is nothing but your log. Once glucose is formed inside body or inside stomach, what happens is beta cells of the pancreas, they release insulin enzyme. Now this insulin enzyme is nothing but your key. So glucose and insulin act as a key and lock model. Until and unless insulin is present inside your system, this glucose or the formed glucose has no function. Okay, it is simple analogy. Until and unless a key is present for a specific lock, this lock will remain waste. So once you have eaten food, glucose is formed, this insulin key will unlock glucose, and now this glucose can be used as a source of food. And the condition in which an individual cannot do this process, this lock and key process, is a condition that is called as diabetes. Diabetes is a condition in which you eat food, okay? You eat food, food is digested, glucose is formed, but this key or the insulin is not present. So this unlock mechanism or the lock and key model will not happen, and this particular individual will eat food, glucose will be formed in higher levels inside his or her body, but there will be no breakdown of glucose, and the condition will cause either type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes. What do I mean by type 1 and type 2 diabetes? Now there are two different types of diabetes. In one kind of diabetes, which is type 1 diabetes, what happens is the individual has certain defects inside the pancreas, and due to these defects inside pancreas, insulin hormone is not produced, and this condition is called as type 1 diabetes. You cannot do anything about it, you were born with it, basically a genetic disorder. Now comes the type 2 disease or the type 2 diabetes. This diabetes, if I can simple language, the diabetes which we bring, this is a lifestyle diabetes. your irregular eating habits, your lifestyle patterns, not exercising, increase in weight, blood sugar levels, all these things will lead to type 2 diabetes. In this case, you by your lifestyle habit force the beta cells of pancreas not to produce insulin. And now, if you are aware of this, type 2 diabetes is rampant in India, or it is increasing in India. So let us see what insulin is and the function of insulin. Hello students, we were doing chapter Genetic Engineering and Genomics. In that, we are doing insulin. Let us see the functions of insulin. Insulin. It is a hormone produced by beta cells of pancreas. Insulin produced in pancreas help in glucose utilization or to assimilate glucose, that is to break down glucose. Deficiency of insulin leads to diabetes. Now let us see the functions of insulin. Food. When we eat, it is broken down into glucose. Once glucose is formed inside our body, pancreas, beta cells of pancreas release a hormone or an enzyme called as insulin. Now this insulin acts on glucose, and by acting on glucose we get, by breaking down of glucose, energy. Once insulin is not produced by beta cells of the pancreas, the condition is called as diabetes, which may be type 1 or type 2 depending on the conditions. Thank you.